Reflections on the new concept of family and legal protection. The problem: the gap between traditional family and reality. In today's society, the traditional concept of family no longer matches reality. Legally, family is still defined around blood relations or marriage. Yet in daily life, many other forms of community fulfill the role of family. Friends, cohabitants, or community members often live together and care for one another, but they face legal restrictions when it comes to matters such as hospital guardianship or administrative consent. This exposes the contradiction between lived relationships and the law. Other countries, such as France and Japan, have already introduced systems that grant rights of care and medical consent even without legal marriage. In Seoul and other places, legislation to protect non-blood communities is also under discussion. These developments force us to ask the fundamental question: what truly is family? 2. The essential difference between blood ties and family. Master CHEON GONG teaches, family is different from blood ties. Blood relations are obligatory connections inherited from past karmic ties. Parents are responsible for raising children until they reach, ensuring they acquire manners, character, and knowledge. This is the duty of blood. But family itself is something more. It is not a given relationship, but a living bond created through mutual effort in the present. If there is no effort for one another, blood ties alone do not make a family. Conversely, even without blood ties, mutual devotion and care can create a true family. 3. The modern condition of family, mutual effort and coexistence. In modern society, family must be defined not by living under the same roof, but by whether there is genuine effort to live for each other. One-sided sacrifice eventually breeds conflict. True family rests on balance and coexistence. As the Master says, receiving help alone does not make family. Sometimes it makes enemies. Only when both strive for one another does family truly exist. Thus, family can be formed in many spaces: the workplace, religious or cultural communities, volunteer groups, parent groups, or hobby clubs. Wherever people share purpose and live in mutual support, new kinds of families emerge. 4. The philosophical perspective on law. Should all such relationships be protected by law? Law is a social device meant to supplement our lack of understanding and practice. Yet no law can fully capture the essence of human relationships. Genuine family does not begin with legal recognition, but with understanding and action. Legal reform is needed, but the deeper change is in consciousness. When people move away from living only for themselves and begin living to benefit others, society naturally becomes healthier and more harmonious. 5. Conclusion: the path of new families and communities. We are at a turning point where the definition and protection of family must be reestablished. As non-blood networks of care and solidarity grow, law must adjust, but the real transformation comes from living a life that seeks to benefit humanity. As the Master concludes, we are Honggik Ingan in our final lifetime, not living for ourselves but living to broadly benefit others. This purifies our soul and brightens society. Therefore, the question of new family systems is not only about legal recognition. It is about how we restore and expand the spirit of practical community, living for one another,